This was ordained to keep together the lords and commons, for the archbishop trusted that it would be made known who should win the sword. On New Year's Day after church the barons rode to the field, some to joust and some to tourney, and so it happened that Sir Ector, who had large estates near London, came also to the tournament, and with him rode Sir Kay, his son, with young Arthur, his foster brother. As they rode, Sir Kay found he had lost his sword, for he had left it at his father's lodging, so he begged young Arthur to go and fetch it for him. "That will I gladly," said Arthur, and he rode fast away. But when he came to the house, he found no one at home to give him the sword, for every one had gone to see the jousting. Then Arthur was angry, and said to himself, "I will ride to the churchyard, and take the sword with me that sticketh in the stone, for my brother, Sir Kay, shall not be without a sword this day." When he came to the churchyard, he alighted, and tied his horse to the stile, and went to the tent. But he found there no knights who should have been guarding the sword, for they were all away at the joust. Seizing the sword by the handle, he lightly and fiercely pulled it out of the stone, then took his horse and rode his way till he came to Sir Kay his brother, to whom he delivered the sword. As soon as Sir Kay saw it, he knew well it was the sword of the stone. So he rode to his father Sir Ector and said, "Sir, lo, here is the sword of the stone, wherefore I must be king of this land." When Sir Ector saw the sword, he turned back and came to the church, and there they all three alighted and went into the church, and he made his son swear truly how he got the sword. "By my brother Arthur," said Sir Kay, "for he brought it to me." "How did you get this sword?" said Sir Ector to Arthur, and the boy told him. "Now," said Sir Ector, "I understand you must be king of this land." "Wherefore I?" said Arthur, "and for what cause?" "Sir," said Ector, "because God will have it so, for never man could draw out this sword but he that shall rightly be king. Now let me see whether you can put the sword there as it was, and pull it out again." "There is no difficulty," said Arthur, and he put it back into the stone. Then Sir Ector tried to pull out the sword, and failed, and Sir Kay also pulled with all his might, but it would not move. "Now you shall try," said Sir Ector to Arthur. "I will well," said Arthur, and he pulled the sword out easily. At this, Sir Ector and Sir Kay knelt down on the ground. "Alas," said Arthur, "mine own dear father and brother, why do you kneel to me?" "Nay, nay, my lord Arthur, it is not so. I was never your father, nor of your blood, but I know well you are of higher blood than I thought you were." Then Sir Ector told him all how he had taken him to bring up, and by whose command, and how he had received him from Merlin. And when he understood that Ector was not his father, Arthur was deeply grieved. "Will you be my good, gracious lord when you are king?" asked the knight. "If not, I should be to blame," said Arthur, "for you are the man in the world to whom I am the most beholden, and my good lady and mother your wife, who has fostered and kept me as well as her own children. And if ever it be God's will that I be king, as you say, you shall desire of me what I shall do, and I shall not fail you. God forbid I should fail you." "Sir," said Sir Ector, "I will ask no more of you, but that you will make my son, your foster brother Sir Kay, seneschal of all your lands." "That shall be done," said Arthur, "and by my faith, never man but he shall have that office while he and I live." Then they went to the archbishop and told him how the sword was achieved, and by whom. On 12th day all the barons came to the stone in the churchyard, so that anyone who wished might try to win the sword, but not one of them all could take it out except Arthur. Many of them, therefore, were very angry, and said it was a great shame to them and to the country to be governed by a boy not of high blood, for as yet none of them knew that he was the son of King Uther Pendragon. So they agreed to delay this decision till Candlemas, which is the 2nd day of February.